First one I want to show you is the woman's bag. And I had gotten these pearls at Big Lots. You probably can find them at Joann Fabrics and also Michael's or other craft places. And what I did is, it was a long strand and it was only $2. And I thought it was quite nice because it's not just those plastic ones. It has a little bit more heaviness to it, so it doesn't look real cheap. But it was only $2, like I said. And what I did is I cut it in half because I made 2 bags. So if you're going to make a lot of bags, one of these would make 2 bags. And I left this side of it on, so I don't have to worry about that. But I did take a couple pearls off this side. I probably took like 5 pearls off this side. And I wrapped it around this last pearl. I put it through the hole and then I tied a knot so that way it doesn't unravel. And this part is very simple. Open the bag, and then you want to figure out where you want to drape this. So you want it kind of hanging like this, and all you have to do is cut a slit here and a slit here. I'm just going to eyeball it since the handle's here. I know just to go over a little bit here, about halfway from this to there. Come down with it, and then do the same on the other side. And then simply what I'm going to do is take the chain part first and bring that in. And then take this part and bring this in. I'm going to hold the side that's plastic because that will fall out easier. And I'm going to bring this, I'm going to put this flat on the table. And then I just simply tape the back with this. And this is just a packing tape. Take quite a bit of it because you want to make sure it stays. You don't want to just do it with Scotch tape. You want a little bit more heavy duty, especially because it's a little heavier, this necklace, and the clasp being metal. And then it should be like this. The next thing you do is you just take any kind of ribbon you want. I just kind of like the shiny ribbon, or you can get some tulle, and that would be pretty too for this theme. And I'm going to cut quite a bit off because I want to make it into a bow. I'm not the best bow maker, but I seriously hate doing bows. They never turn out right. They're either backwards or... So after it's tied, I have to manipulate it some because I don't want to just let it look like that. So I usually got to turn. Now this one has... So this one has wire in it, so it's easier to form it. So I would suggest getting a wired bow. So there it is. And you can either put it on the side or you can leave it at the top. The top looks kind of cute too, so I might just leave it at the top. And that's all I'm going to do. And then the party favor will go in there, but for now I'm just going to leave it empty. Doing the man's bag, you want to open this up so you know you're making the tie long enough. I kind of eyeballed my tie, but what I do, the trick of the trade, is I just do half of a tie, and then you take a ruler and then you open it up like a Valentine, and there's your whole tie. That way you don't have to worry about both sides being equal. And then you want to glue it on here, right in the center, of course, between the handles. And so I cut out a black one, but I had an extra bag that was black, so I used the same material as this bag, and this I used for the collar and the tie because this side is white, so I could use the collar. And for the collar, what I did was I took a strip. It's about the length of the bag, a little bit longer, and you fold it like this, and that will be the collar. And for gluing this, I want to use some good glue, so this is my tacky glue I like to use, and you could use a glue stick too if you have that, but I don't have any, so I'm going to use this. I'm going to bring it down a little though because you want to make sure this part is showing, so when you do the collar, it's not covering this whole area that's like a triangle. So you want to do it like that. And you also may have to, so you have to make sure this part isn't coming down too far. bring this up a little above the top of the bag, depending on your proportions. It's kind of tricky, I found out. So I did a couple mistakes before filming this. And then I will just put it on here, right in the center though. I gotta make sure it's in the center. Press down. Now, I'm gonna open the bag to make sure I didn't come down too far. I didn't, so that's good. So you want a little bit of space in between like this. Otherwise it's not gonna look like a shirt. It's gonna look too low, or this part, of course, you want the collar on, so I'm gonna fold the collar. Now before I glue this, I'm going to kiss the collar with my lipstick I'm wearing. I'm gonna do it kind of at an angle. I don't know if it's the best kiss, but there it is. Now I'm gonna glue it. Dot here on the corner. And then I'm just going to glue this on the top. So I'm not gonna do this because glue oozes everywhere. I'm just going to put glue on the top of my paper bag. And then I'm gonna press down like this. I would recommend using a glue stick for this instead of glue like this because it would be a lot easier. But I did another collar and I think the kiss looks better on that one. However, I hope none of the guests' wives will be upset that I've kissed their husband's collars. So I glued it on here and I lifted it a little so you can see this part of the tie. And I'm gonna open this up now so you can really see it. So here it is with the tissue paper in it. And then I decided I have this ribbon and it's kind of pretty and shimmery. It looks more like a stripe, so it's more masculine looking. And I thought just to put a tie at the top with this, but not a bow. And just up here, I'll just tie it just to give a little bit more color. And then tomorrow I will show you the party favors and how to make those.